Welcome, my name is Kevin Brandon. In this video, what I want to do is show you how to create a spinning gear icon when somebody hovers over the icon. So to begin with, I've got the icon here. I'm going to duplicate the icon. In order to create any interaction, I need to make it a main component. So I'm going to create a main component, and I'm going to create an instance of this. So to do some housekeeping here, I'm going to change the name of the component to be 1. I'm going to come into the first gear icon, change in the properties panel where it says property 1 to be state. That just makes more sense to me. Default works. Select the icon below that, and I'm going to change it from variant 2 to call it rotate. There we go. I'm going to change the first color of the icon at the top here to be a red. I'm going to leave the black on the bottom here just so I can see if the interaction is working. I need to change the rotation of this gear icon to be 180 degrees. There we go. So now I've got some of the basics done. I need to link these up. So clicking the first icon, going into my prototype mode and clicking on interactions, I'm going to change the trigger to be while hovering. The action I'm going to change to state, I'm going to change to rotate, and the animation I'm going to change to smart animate. And there we go. So now what I want to do is test this and see if this works. So in the assets panel, I'm going to click on create it all in this file and drag out the red icon here. Pressing play, let's see if this rotates. So I hover over the gear icon and it changes from red to black, but it doesn't rotate. So part of this is working, but not the way I want it to. So I need to think about this slightly different. So I'm going to grab this icon, drag this over again, and I'm going to create a frame now and put a frame around this icon here. So now I've got a frame created around this. In the file panel, I'm going to select that frame. Back in my design mode, I'm going to create a main component. I'm also going to create an instance. I'm going to do some housekeeping here as well. Change frame 1 to be called number 2. Click on the first gear icon and let's double click and grab that red or the black color here. It's red in the first one. I'm going to make it green in the second one, just so you can see differences in colors. Great. I'm going to choose the second gear icon and I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. And go back to the first one, and let's change property 1 to be called state, because again, that makes more sense to me. Click on the gear icon below here and change it from variant 2 to call it, I'm going to call it rotate 2 just for fun. And I'm going to make sure again the gear icon is rotated and it's 180 degrees. Perfect. So I've got the frame selected. I need to add the interaction. So go to my prototype mode. And let's add the interaction. Trigger change to while hovering. Action change to, and state change to rotate to, and animation change to smart animate. Close that. So I've got the animation set up the exact same way as the first one. Let's see if this does any different. So I'm going to grab number 2 and drag that onto my frame as well. So now that that's on my frame, I'm going to test these both. The first one, again, I'm going to know when I hover over it, it just changes from red to black. Not what I'm looking for. Hopefully this works, and it does perfectly. So hovering over the gear icon, the second one where I put it inside of a frame, it understands now the X and Y position and it can rotate this object for me. So that's exactly what we're looking for, and hopefully that helps. Have a great day.